Little sweat here. Just a little. Just left from out of the yard and just did a whole bunch of stuff there. Planted some okra, cleaned up some of the weeds, cut the entire property. That was something. That was something. I'm not gonna be here long because basically the hits on these live streams have been really slow for me, and it's just too depressing. So anyway, I'm going to be here for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go. But all my plants are looking good. I got everything fertilized, um, and I'm doing a lot of side dressing. Um, but I found that a lot of times your plants and your fruit trees do better if you just let them alone. If you just leave them alone and just don't keep messing with them and picking with them and touching this and cutting off that, and you just leave them alone. So I spent a small amount, as I did for the last probably about 5 years, a small amount of money on my garden. And the thing about it is, I like that part of it, but small amount of money, everything looks good. My watermelon plants are growing real big leaves, and they look healthy. I'm not having any issues there. But I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I love this gardening thing, and it's just a part of me. It is a big part of me. But I wish, well, I'm not going to say I wish, but there is, I see some gardeners on here doing really good. They're growing things in abundance, and I really love that when they grow abundance of things. Let's see. Good morning, morning, God. Thank you very much. Good morning. Sweet LO. Yeah, thank you. Um, but I'm growing, uh, you know, pretty good on the fruit trees. My pear tree, just one of them is a pear tree, and I think it's a Bartlett because that's what I asked for. But one company I once used to shop at online, they send you something you don't know what it was until it actually bears 2 or 3 years later because they didn't keep track of anything. So I'm lucky that the tree does bear pears coming from that particular company. It bears pears, but whether they're Bartlett's or not, I couldn't say yes for definite. Good day to you as well, Food Forest Permaculture. I mentioned you yesterday in one of my videos. Um, I love what you're doing with the fish. I love it. Absolutely love it. Because you're doing what I do. I like to go fishing and also have the fish along with the fresh vegetables. So I like that. It's like, to me, it's like living off the land. So buying fish at the market is not my favorite thing because of two things. It's so much trickery going on at the market. They tell you, oh yeah, this is fresh and it's not, but there's a way around it. You got to know what to look for. And the number of years I've been fishing and catching beautiful fresh fish, I know what the gills should look like. I know what the eyes should look like. I know how the flesh should feel. So I used to work at a fish stand as well, and I used to tell the ladies, don't order this because this has been in here a week and a half. That sort of thing. Hunting, fishing, gathering, and growing. To forage with. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. Thank you, thank you. So I put some okra in the ground. Now the okra that I put in, I've never grown before, and I have a ton of okra seeds um, from last year, and that's called a spineless. I think it's called spineless okra. And now I'm trying something called red burgundy okra, but the package came, it just said burgundy okra. What I'm looking for is a okra variety that produces heavily. And the spineless was nice, but it didn't produce heavily. It just produced beautiful okra. It did. Okra is very good for superfood. Oh, okay. So what I'm trying to do, folks, it was an okra on there that is called red burgundy, and it was another variety. I can't remember the name of that, but I was looking for okra that produces heavily, so that I can get what I want. I don't want to be coming out there and it's a few pods and a few pods. You miss a couple of days and you got huge pods, and But what I do with all my huge pods is I take the okra and um, I take the okra and I save some of my seeds because see I bought these on eBay, and what I'm going to do is I bought 60 seeds because I like to be cheap and buy just a few seeds, and the fun part of it is to see how many I can amass those seeds to. Because right now, if I could go downstairs and get my okra seeds from ones I've been growing for the last 5 or 6 years, maybe longer, and I just have tons of those. And I just remember I just bought one little thin pack years ago, and so I would keep my stock up. Are you asking a food forest permaculture does he use the fish to fertilize the garden? And I believe he probably does use fish to fertilize the garden. Any heads and guts and all that, just put it in the ground. Great, great, great fertilizer. So once I get the burgundy okra growing, I'm going to um, I'm going to plant more of the okra much as I can, and then I'm gonna let some go to seed, and I'm gonna keep some for myself and deep freeze it. I wish this was a site where you could go on and you could have the people come in and talk, and you could see them and they could see you, and you could hear them, and because I like this. This is okay, but I would have thought that YouTube would have stepped beyond that by now. Let's see. Why freeze seeds? Why freeze seeds? No, I'm not going to freeze the seeds. I'm just going to keep some of the seeds and let them dry out in their own little the way that they naturally dry in their pod, and then I'm gonna put them in plastic bags and put the name on it, what they are, and then they basically set them up like this. If this were seeds in this, that's how they'll be set up. I got a good deal today. I got everything done. So when I go into work tonight, I'm all set. I feel good that I've done something. I was off for 3 days, and I didn't stop rolling until that third day. Have you ever done that? Because I had a lot of stuff on my mind. I got two cars. Oh, I didn't know that. Now that's just a digestion. And put my fish in my. Okay, okay. Yep. Food forest permaculture knows how to fertilize the soil. That's all they do it. But I love those fish the way they look. He got. I love them fish. He had them cut up like steaks. But now when he did the salting, I wish I could do that, but it would make my blood pressure go up. So, but other than that, my father used to salt a fish called herring uh, years ago. You dip them with a net. Oh, okay. You always freeze your seeds that are dry fully. I never heard of that. Never heard of it, I'll be honest. I never heard of it. I know that in naturally, that's the way it's done in nature. They go through that stratification, and it tells the seed what to do. Many types of fall. Stratification is the only thing I can think of to see for freezing seeds. Okra. Let me ask all of you something. A question here. Do you think that letting your collard greens, when they go to seed and naturally drop, uh, is that a good way you think to reseed them, or just save the seeds and then put them in where you want them? Because I thought that because here's what I had. I had a situation this year where I didn't get to them in time, and all the seeds to my collard greens and kale dropped on their own. And I'm thinking that they will naturally reseed themselves. Oh, okay. You say maybe they'll reseed because because that because I'm thinking that for years I've had them. Here's what happened when they dropped. I just left the canes, left everything over there where it was, because if they were in nature, the natural way, I was thinking that the seeds will naturally recede because how else would we have still had them? Seeds and plants, uh, in some cases. But see, I'm looking at plants that man has already tampered with. Some of the plants that we use today, man has already tampered with them. So they're not what they once were, especially corn. Corn's big, it's yellow, and it's all different varieties of corn. But corn has been tampered with, and broccoli's been tampered with. There's a ton of foods that we grow that man has already tampered with, made it different. Oh, okay, okay, I got you, I got you. I think you said you are making something on the grill, salmon, um, and listening to this channel, which is my channel. I appreciate that very much. You gave me a good idea because my refrigerator is filled with salmon, not as fresh as yours, but but I am definitely uh, uh, you know considering using some of that salmon that I have because I've had it for a little while now, and and I don't want it to go bad, so I keep eating everything but the salmon. But I'll tell you what I really love doing when I use a grill. I love to take corn and leave it in its husk and cook it right there in its husk. I don't know what it is about it that makes that corn sweet when you do it that way. Now this year I didn't plant any corn, and I saved a ton of seeds um, last year. But the seeds that I saved was from a corn called peaches and cream, and I believe peaches and cream is a hybrid. The salted fish is on sea salt. No, corn. Yeah. You're right. Corn is the best. My favorite corn that I've tasted so far um, is peaches and cream, and it was sent to me by a person online called a Garden Rebel, and he sent me some seeds, and it was just after that I was hooked. I was eating them actually out in my on my property right off the stalk. I got a lot done today, folks. Well, I guess on that note I'm gonna go. But thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in. This is the Morning Garden Show, and remember to keep on growing. And thank you for being part of this evening's broadcast. Thank you.